Hello all, welcome back to my YouTube channel all about VLSI. In this video, we are going to discuss about TLM ports in more detail. So in our previous sessions, we have discussed about TLM ports. We have given an introduction to TLM ports, how these ports are going to work, how to declare these ports, how these ports are working. So with one examples we have seen and what are the type of ports which are present, put type ports, what is meant by put type ports and what is meant by get type ports, and what do you mean by port, implementation port, export, everything we have discussed, right? In this session, let us try to discuss more about this TLM ports. Okay. So basically, this interface class methods are of basically five types. We already know put method we have seen, on get method we have seen already. Okay, we have seen already put method and get method. So basically, these are our blocking methods. And in this session, I will explain what do you mean by blocking methods and what do you mean by non-blocking methods in more detail. And the speak method and get peak method are non-blocking methods. Okay, and this analysis interface is also yeah. So these are all blocking methods and non-blocking methods. Okay, so basically what do you mean by blocking method? So basically what is meant by blocking? So blocking in a sense, if we call a particular method, if the methods so if we call any method, let's say it may be a put method or it may be a get method, if we call using our port, then the port is going to wait until the method responds. Okay, so if the particular process is not completed, then we are not going to move further. Okay, whereas in the case of non-blocking, we are going to move forward either the process is completed or not completed. Okay, so the response is given by the non-blocking methods. If the response is 1, then successfully completed the process, and if the response is 0, the process is not being completed. Okay, so we'll discuss more in detail what is meant by blocking and what is meant by non-blocking, how exactly they are working. So basically, these are the type of ports which are present. In the case of put category, we have UVM put port. Okay, this is one kind of port which is already present in the libraries, and another is UVM blocking put port. So this particular port we have discussed in our previous sessions. UVM blocking put underscore port, and we have UVM non-blocking put underscore port, and we have UVM put underscore implementation, and UVM blocking UVM blocking put underscore implementation. This we have discussed in our previous sessions, right? And UVM non-blocking put underscore implementation. So these are all the ports which are present in the case of put. Now in the get, we have UVM get port and UVM blocking non get underscore port also we have discussed in our previous sessions. And we have UVM non-blocking get port, UVM get implementation, UVM blocking get underscore implementation we have discussed, and UVM non-blocking get underscore implementation. And in the case of peak that we are going to discuss in this session, so we have UVM peak port, UVM blocking peak port, and UVM non-blocking peak port, UVM peak port, peak implementation, UVM blocking peak implementation, and UVM non-blocking peak implementation. So these are the kinds of ports which we have in our TLM. Okay, so these are all the built-in ports which are available now. So what we are going to do? So basically UVM put underscore export, and we also have UVM put underscore export and UVM blocking put underscore export. This we have seen in our previous sessions, and UVM non-blocking put underscore export. And we have UVM get underscore export, UVM blocking get export, UVM non-blocking get export, and UVM peak export, blocking peak export, and non-blocking peak export. We have seen what do you mean by port, what do you mean by export, and what do you mean by implementation port also we have seen in our previous sessions. Now, so let's see the methods which are present in UVM. Okay, so we have different kind of methods. One is put methods, get methods, peak methods. So put method, it is a blocking port, it is a blocking method. Put is a blocking method, get is also a blocking method, and peak is also a blocking method. Okay, put, get, peak, these are your blocking methods. Now if you want to call a put method, you are going to use you are going to use put port. Okay, and if you want to call a get method, you are going to use get port. And if you are going to use a peak method, then you are going to use a peak port. Now where are these methods declared? We have already discussed in our previous sessions. Where are these methods declared? These are declared inside your target. So all these methods are declared inside your targets. Okay, so target is going to contain all these methods. Okay, So how we are going to call the method? Who is going to call this method? This method is going to call by the initiator. So the initiator, it is going to call the method which is present in the target. How the initiator, it is going to call the target or the method using this port, it is going to call that method. Okay. So, and coming to non-blocking ports, we have try put and can put, and try get, can get, try pick, can pick. So these are all the type of methods which we are going to have in our TLM. So let us see one by one what is this, what are all these methods. So in the case of put, whereas this put is used to send the transactions to another component. Okay, as it is a blocking method, until the transaction is sent successfully, this method will be blocked. So that's why this is called as a blocked method. Okay, so that's why this is blocking method. And for example, dot put of trans underscore item, this is your example which you can use. So using port dot put of trans underscore item. This example we have seen in our previous sessions. If you haven't watched those videos, please, I recommend them to watch. Now, coming to try underscore put, which is a non-blocking method. This try underscore put, it is a non-blocking method. Now, why we are going to use this try underscore put method? This try underscore put method is used to send the transactions to the another component. Same like this, the put method, but this is a non-blocking method. As it is a non-blocking method, it is going to return 1 if the consumer component is ready to accept the transaction. Otherwise, it is going to return 0. So the syntax is try underscore put dot trans underscore item. Port, we are going to use a port handle dot try underscore put. Now another kind of port which we have is can underscore put. So this is also a non-blocking method. So can underscore put, it is also a non-blocking method. And why it is used? So it is not used to send the transactions to another component. So no argument is passed when the method is called. So basically put underscore method and try underscore put method, these are used for sending the transactions from the initiator to the target. Okay, so where this put underscore method and try underscore put method, for example, if we have a generator and let's say if we have a driver like this, if we have a generator and a driver like this, and this generator is having a put port and driver is having an implementation port, that is, it is an initiator and this is our target. Now, so this initiator will send the transactions to the target, that is the generator, it is going to send the transactions to the driver. Now here the generator can use put method if it wants a blocking process, blocking scenario, or if it wants a non-blocking behavior, it can use try underscore put method for sending the transactions to the driver. Now this can underscore put, if the generator is using, then it is not sending any data. If the generator wishes not to send any data, it can use can underscore put. Then what is this can underscore put? It is a non-blocking method. It is going to return 1 as it checks the consumer component is ready to accept the transaction. Otherwise, it is going to return 0. This can underscore put is just like a checker. It is going to check whether the target is ready to receive the transactions or not. Okay, so using this can underscore put, we are not going to pass any argument. No argument is passed. No passing of arguments, because we are just going to check whether the target is ready to receive the transactions or not. Whereas here in the case of put method, we are going to pass the arguments. We are going to pass arguments, and here if the transaction is sent successfully, then only this method will be, and here if the transaction is sent successfully, then this will be completed. And if it is not, if the transaction is not successfully sent, then this particular method will not be completed. Whereas in the second case, in the case of try underscore put, if the transaction has been successfully sent, then it is going to return 1, and it is not going to wait for the successful completion of the transaction. It is not going to block anything. Okay, this particular method. Whereas this can underscore put, it is not going to send any transactions. It is just going to check whether the target is ready for the transaction or not. And coming to get method, so this and all push based transactions, we have seen in our previous session also what do you mean by push based transactions and pull based transactions. So up to here, these are basically push based transactions. Now coming to pull based transactions, so what do you mean by pull based transactions? Here the initiator is going to pull the transactions from the target. So for receiving the transaction from another component, as it is a blocking method, until the transaction is retrieved successfully, it is going to block. So this get method, it is a blocking method, and it is a pull based transaction. That means if you have a initiator like this and you have a target like this, whereas the data flow is from target to the initiator. This is a pull based transactions. In the case of pull based transactions, we are going to use get methods. Okay, and this is a blocking method. And coming to can underscore get, this also like it is also like your can underscore put. Okay, where the just the data direction is different. And the case of peak port, okay, can underscore get is also non-blocking method. Now, coming to peak port, it is a blocking method. So this peak port, it is a blocking method that is going to return the transactions without consuming it. Since the transaction is not consumed, subsequent peak or get method call will return the same transaction item. So in the case of this put method, try put method, get method, and try get method, okay, get method and try get method, these in these methods we are actually passing the handles. We are actually sending the transactions from the initiator to the target. But in the case of peak method, we are copying the transactions. We are not actually holding the transactions. We are not actually sending them. We are basically copying them. Okay, we are just making the copy into the local lim. Okay, so this particular method, it is not going to consume the transaction. It is going to copy the method. That is the difference between your peak method and all the other methods which are present. And we have one more thing as try pick. So this is non-blocking. So same as your try put and try can. So try get, this is try pick, which is also same as your those methods, but this is not going to consume anything. It is just going to copy the method, copy the data item. And coming to can pick, this is also similar to your can put and can get. And this is very important one, analysis write. So it is a non-blocking method call, and write method broadcasts the transactions to any number of listeners, write transaction item. So previously till now which we were discussing, we have only two components. We have target and another is initiator, or initiator and the target, the direction is different of the data. But in the case of analysis write, we are going to have one initiator and different number of targets we are going to have. Basically this is nothing like your broadcast. If you want one to many, then in this particular cases we are going to use this particular port which is known as analysis write port. So we are going to see that, and analysis write port is going to use a method which is known as a write method, and which is also a non-blocking method. So in the starting also I will write this down. So it is a non-blocking method, analysis method, it is a non-blocking. Okay, so yeah, so this was about the methods and ports, different type of methods and ports which are present here. Now, so in UVM, a port defines a set of operations or methods that must be implemented by whatever component it is connected to. Okay, this we have already know. So if a port is declared, then set of methods will be called by the respective port. Okay, now so you can think of a port like a contract. The port declares I will be calling a put. The component must implement the put method. Okay, for example, let's say this is our generator. Same example I am taking, and this is our target, or you can say driver. Okay, so generator is our initiator, and driver is our target. Okay, so this generator is going to have a port and driver is going to have an implementation port. And the implementation port, the component which is containing the implementation port, that must implement the method, whatever the method it may be. It is a push based transaction, those respective methods will be implemented, or if it is a pull based transaction, then those particular methods will be implemented. And it may be a blocking method or non-blocking method, whatever it may be. If the target is going to have an implementation port, it should implement it. Okay, so if the port tries to call a method, for example put, that is connected to an export, they didn't implement, you will get a runtime error. So what each port requires, let us see. This is a very important concept. Let us try to understand what each port actually calling which method. Okay, so basically UVM blocking put underscore port, this particular port we have seen in our previous sessions. Also we have seen with the use of EDA background, we have written some code. So this particular port, if any initiator is having this particular port, this port is going to call a method. This port can only call a method which is known as put method. Okay, so using this UVM blocking put underscore port, we can only call this method, which is nothing but put method. Okay, and if we have a UVM non-blocking put underscore port, if we declare any port with our initiator with this particular port, then using this port handle, we can call try put method and can put method also. But using UVM blocking put port, we cannot call this methods try put and can put. No, we cannot call try put and can put. Using UVM blocking put port, we can only call put mode. Using UVM non-blocking put port, we cannot call put mode. Okay, so this is very important. So using UVM non-blocking put port, we cannot call put method, and UVM blocking put port, we cannot call try put and can put also. Okay, so we can call only respective methods. So using UVM blocking put port, we can only call put method, and UVM non-blocking put port, we can only call try put and can put. And using UVM put port, we can call put method, try put method, can put method. We can call any method from this. Using UVM put port, we can call either put method, try put method, can put method, any method we can call using this particular port handle. So this is the difference between this type of ports. And if we have UVM blocking get port, we can call get method. And if we have UVM non-blocking get put port, UVM non-blocking get port, we can call try get method and can get method. And if we have UVM get port, we can call get, try get and can get. I will write down here. So if we have UVM blocking get port, we can call only get method. Whereas if we have UVM non-blocking get port, we can call try get and can get. So like this, we can use this ports. So using this particular ports, we can call only a specific methods. So let us see this example where we have an environment, producer and consumer. This producer is an initiator because it is having a UVM put port. In this particular example, this producer is having a UVM put port with it. And this is an initiator we are having. And this is our target because this is having an implementation port with us, and this is an port which we are having. The port type is UVM put port, and it is having an parameter int. And this UVM put underscore implementation is having two parameters. One is the type of data which it wants to receive, and where this particular method it is declared. UVM implementation port, where it is declared, that particular class name we should mention here. Now, so let us try to implement this particular model using our EDM program.